Hi, I'm Lady Striegel. I'm aware of this recording and I give my consent.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lovemore. I'm aware that I'm being recorded and I give my consent.
Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon in this meeting where we're going to discuss the business operations of Just Apples.
Okay,
Hi.
thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. So, as you know, today I would just quickly like to have a look at the charts of accounts that I customized for Just Apples. I was unable to take the charts of accounts directly out of Xero in a PDF format in a way that it was also showing the conversion balances in one document. I did reach out and need the technical help on charts of accounts from Xero, and what I did then was, first, just to show you in front of you, is I went into Xero. I took a print screen of the conversion balances that were pulled in as at the end of July, which was our conversion date. And these balances then tied up to the trial balance that I pulled in Xero as at the beginning of the transaction month, which effectively work as our opening balances. And that report I then exported into the trial balance that you have for you as well, which ties up to both balances, the debits and the credits, which are both 159,700. Yes, so do you agree with me that we do have the printed out charts of accounts, we have the conversion balances, which are effectively the opening balances for the first transaction month, and we have the trial balance as at the beginning of the transaction month in PDF format. Okay.
Yeah, everything
I do
appears to
that.
be there, so everything
Yes.
good.
Okay. Then just to confirm as well, the charts of accounts, I did have to customize some of the accounts, add a few new accounts, change some names to make it more user friendly and more specific for Just Falafels. So you guys must just tell me if this is what you guys want, which is going to work for you both for your specific purposes. But yes, we can discuss that as we go forward.
Yeah, the chart of account looks correct and accurate for the operations of Just Falafels. I'm happy with the customized accounts. Thank you. I'm willing to validate and authorize this. I also agree with the conversion balances. So thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
As for me, I also had a look. The chart of accounts looks appropriate to the business operations and are accurate for a GST as well as the business activity statement for reporting purposes. I liked the modifications made and accounts added, especially how sales and purchases are split to specify if they are GST free. I am also willing to validate and authorize this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before we go right to the end of that step, I just want to confirm 3 balances with you guys quickly if you don't mind. I just want to have a look at the check accounts, the ANZ check account, which account code is 600. If you agree with me, it's debit balance at conversion date, opening balance for the new year was 50,000 Australian dollars. Then on ANZ bank loan account, account code 900, which was a non-current liability, had an opening balance at conversion date of 25,000 Australian dollars liability.
Sounds good, yeah.
And the last one that I just want to check with you guys is total equity, which was 108,200 Australian dollars.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Okay, I'm so glad that we are all in agreement.
All on the same page.
Great stuff. Yes, so as you know, these reports were pulled out of Xero, which is the accounting software that we're using, which is cloud-based. Just so that you know going forward, I'm also able to pull a balance sheet out of zero, a profit and loss statement, a GST report reconciliation. If you ladies could maybe tell me if there's any other reports that I could also pull for you that would help you with your specific tasks.
So I'll obviously email you this, but yes, I will be needing the GST reconciliation report and the business activity statement together with the TV and the profit and loss as well as the balance sheet statement.
Okay.
Yeah, and you may as well send it to both of us because I see we have a few of the same reports.
Okay.
So I'll need the balance sheet, the profit and loss report, the trial balance, as well as the general ledger, journal report, account transaction report, and the aged trade receivable and payables summaries.
Okay, perfect. That is super easy. One click away in zero, and I'll have those reports for you every month, or more often if you want. You can just communicate with me over email, and we can set up another meeting to discuss if necessary.
Thank you.
Luckily, Xero is a very convenient and efficient accounting system.
It really is.
Everything available at the tip of your fingers.
Just like that. Okay, thank you very much, Sue and Miss Cook. Have a lovely day, and I will be speaking to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hi there, I'm Jessica Lovemore. I'm aware I'm being recorded and I give my consent.
Good afternoon, Sue. How are you?
Hi Caylee, I'm good, thanks and you.
Good, thank you. I want to thank you in advance for taking the time to have this quick meeting with me. If you don't mind, I just want to go over one of our supplier accounts, Peter Pan Pty Ltd. I would like to discuss a purchase order and an invoice and a journal that was processed to bring in these transactions.
Of course.
If that's all right with you. Okay.
Let's get this show on the road.
Great. So, if you will just have a look with me here, we had, we issued a purchase order to Peter Pan Pty Ltd, asking them to supply us with 20 pizza breads, which were unfilled, at a unit price of $5 each. 50 pizza wraps unfilled, $4 each. 10 tahinis, $6 each. All of these items are GST-free goods, and that gave us a total of 360 Australian dollars. This purchase order was sent through to the supplier, and we then inspected the purchase order together with the invoice that they sent us. I just want to mention the purchase order was sent through on the 8th of September 2025, and they brought us the goods, everything that we ordered, and issued us with a tax invoice on the following day, which was on the 9th of September. But obviously, before we can go ahead and finalize the payments and everything, we have to inspect the purchase order and the invoice for accuracy and completeness. All the goods, everything were correct. If I compare the invoice to the purchase order, everything that we ordered was delivered, so all of that is fine. The GST was 0 on both, which is great. The total was the same. The terms, 30th of the month after the end of the month, so 30th of the following month was correct. But if you look with me here, you will see that on the tax invoice and on the purchase order, our address just says address. It doesn't have
yes, no, I see that.
our actual address. However, our ABN number is correct. And also the name of our company, Just Falafels, doesn't have Pty Ltd at the end of it, which could also possibly be an issue for a valid tax invoice. Peter Pan Pty Ltd, the supplier details correct. It's got its address, ABN number. It's got a invoice number 5487. So everything other than that looks correct.
Yes.
I did bring it to the supplier's attention and asked them to issue us with a new tax invoice where the address and our full name is written there. But regarding the amounts and everything, if you agree with me, those are correct.
Yeah, no, it's pretty in agreement to me.
Okay, great. Then I printed out the journal report that shows that we brought in the tax invoice on the 9th of September 2025, being the day that we received the tax invoice when the goods were supplied to us. So if you have a look at the journal report, on the 9th of September, there was a journal issued where we brought in the 3 line items of the invoice, which all 3 went against account 311, which were purchases GST free, for a total amount per line item of $100, $260, giving us a total credit of $360. And the debit was posted against account 800, accounts payable Peter Pan, 360, giving us a debit total of 360. That total, if we then pull our invoices summary for accounts payable for Peter Pan, also over here you can see there's our invoice summary for Peter Pan. The invoices due there shows $360, which agrees to that, $360, which agrees to that, $360, which agrees to our purchase order.
All looks in order to me.
Great. So I'm just going to send all of this through to you over email. If you've now given me your verbal authorization, I would just like to get it, electronically. And then if you can also then authorize that we go ahead and make payment to Peter Pan. If it's fine, you can then also over email authorize the
Yes,
payment.
as soon as you send the stuff to me over email, I'll give it one last check over and then I'll authorize for us.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Sue.
It was lovely seeing you as always, Caylee.
Thank you, and I appreciate your time. See you again soon.
For sure. Thank you, Caylee. Bye.
Okay, give you a chance.
Hi, I'm Mary Strubel. I am aware of this recording and I give my consent.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lovemore. I'm aware that I'm being recorded and I give my consent.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Hi.
Hi. So, Sue, this is Anna.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, she is our client from Senior Moments. Anna, this is Sue, the business owner of Just Falafels. And as you know, I'm Caylee, the bookkeeper for Just Falafels. So I asked if we could just have this meeting to discuss the account owing by Senior Moments to Just Falafels. If that's alright with you ladies.
Yeah, that's fine.
Most
Great.
certainly.
Thank you very much. So I just quickly want to run through exactly what got us to this point. So Anna, you guys ordered pizza bread, pepitas, pizza wraps, and falafel mix from Just Falafels on the 3rd of September 2025 with invoice number 3. This was for a total of $1,970, including GST of $69.
Yes.
Okay. Our standard payment terms were that all accounts are payable within 30 days, and you would have gotten 5% discount if you had paid within 14 days of the invoice date.
Okay, yes.
Unfortunately, you guys have not yet made payment, and we are now sitting on the 5th of October, so we have gone over 30 days, and your account is now in default. If you have a look at the printout of the receivable invoice summary,
Yes.
you will see that the total of $1,970, including GST, ties up to that invoice.
Okay.
Okay, so the 5% discount has now been withdrawn, and as I said, we are now over the 30 days. Sue, if you could maybe just speak a little bit about what just Falafels have done in terms of debt collection for an account that's over 30 days?
Most certainly. So, unfortunately, the standard credit terms for Senior Moments Retirement Centre, Pty Limited, were withdrawn, and a letter of demand was sent for full and immediate payment of the outstanding amount.
Okay.
Yes. So, when do you think that will be paid? When will you be able to?
I think just this flew by me. I didn't think that it flew this fast, but I think we will be making payment at month end. Definitely at month end.
Okay, because it has been rumoured that Senior Moments Retirement Centre are in financial difficulty, and that you may be going into voluntary administration, and that you may be declared insolvent. So we just want to make sure that there is still a chance of us receiving payments.
Yes, so I think that's also the reason why we didn't pay in full as yet. But I can assure you, month end, you will receive your payment.
Okay, great. And then just to add on to what Sue mentioned about the letter of demand and everything, just Falafel's debt recovery policy does state all accounts overdue between 30 to 60 days, an appointed officer shall call the client by telephone to discuss the overdue amount and agree on a payment date. I do believe this has happened.
It does, yeah. That's why I also asked to meet you rather in person to tell you the situation going on.
Thank you. And you did receive your letter.
I did, yes.
And we've now had this meeting as well. If you could just send us an email confirming in writing that we will receive the payments at month end, that would be great.
I will do that.
And
is it to your email, right?
Yes, please. You can, and then I will.
Yes,
I'll do that.
And then you can also you've obviously now agreed that you agree with the amount.
No, I understand. I'll just put it in writing to you guys before the process of insolvency and all of that things goes through.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Anna. Sue, is there anything else from your side?
No, we understand you're going through a difficult time, and unfortunately this is our policy, but I look forward to working together in the future again.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry for this inconvenience, but we will definitely settle, and we hope also to be future customers and everything goes smoothly.
Sure.
Okay, great. And if something does happen, rather communicate with just Falafels. If we need to then discuss payment arrangements, we could then open for negotiations rather than, let's keep communication open.
Okay, I'll definitely do that, but for this, I will make sure settlement is done month end, and from there we'll take it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all your stuff and services.
I appreciate your time. Have a good afternoon.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Bye.